Hey everyone, my name is Abhishek and welcome to another episode of Creative Tuesdays. So in today's video we are going to create this cube logo reveal animation in After Effects without using any third-party plugin. Also I will show you a really cool technique using which you can create these kinds of 3D cubes, and trust me, it's going to blow your mind. So before I begin, if you guys are new here, then please consider subscribing and don't forget to press that bell icon so that you never miss another amazing video like this. So without wasting any further ado, let's jump into After Effects and get started. So I learned this technique in a webinar by Yaroslav Kononov, and I'm sorry if I'm pronouncing the name wrong, but trust me, this technique is very amazing. So now let's begin. Alright, so right now I'm in After Effects, and as always we are going to create a new composition. So let's call this cube. Width and height 1920 by 1080, frame rate 30 fps, and duration you can go with whatever you want. So let's click on OK. Now we are going to create a new solid. So you can just simply right click, create a new solid, and it's completely up to you. You can pick whatever color you want. Let's pick a white color and just click on OK. So now we are going to create a square out of this. So in order to do that, you can just simply select the rectangle tool, and after that make sure the layer is selected, and then you can hold down the shift key, then just simply click and drag, and it will create a square something like this. So you might be wondering why we are using a solid instead of a shape layer, and reason for that is if you use a shape layer then it will have some weird kind of strokes. So that's why I'm using this solid. So once we have our shape, then we can probably select this and we can align it in the center of our comp by using this align panel. Again, if you are not able to see this, then you can go to Windows and from here you can enable it. Now let's place its anchor point in the center. So in order to do that, you can select the layer, hold down the control key, then just simply double click on this pan anchor tool, and after that it will align it in the center. Now let's place it somewhere around here, and let's make it 3D by clicking on this icon. So now you can see that we have this 3D layer, and just make sure the snapping option is selected. Now we are going to create some copies of this. So you can select this, press Ctrl D to duplicate it. Now you can just simply zoom in and just try to move it something like this, and you will notice that it will automatically snap to the corner just like this. And after that, let's select our pan anchor tool, and we are going to move this to the very bottom something like this, and just make sure that the snapping is enabled so that it will help you a lot. Now we are going to again select this, press Ctrl D to duplicate this, and again let's zoom in, and I'm going to simply move it just like this, and you can see that it is already snapping. Just make sure to do it properly. You can probably zoom in. So we have 3 copies, and I'm going to one more. So press Ctrl D, just simply zoom in and just try to place it at the very edge just like this. So now you can see that we have these 4 layers, and after that you have to select the top layer, then you can parent it to the bottom layer, and just simply do this for all the layers something like this. Now let's select all the layers, then you can press R for rotation, and now the magic begins. So you can just simply select the rotation property, which is this X property, and see what happens if I increase its value. So now you can see that all the shape layers are binding and it will form a perfect cube. So you can just manually type 90 over here. Just make sure that all the layers are selected, otherwise you will have to type 90 to all the individual layers. So now you can see that we have our cube, and we can probably select this, then use the arrow keys to move it above something like this. Now let's create a new camera layer to quickly view our cube. So go to layer, new camera, just click on OK. Now you can press C to get the orbit around camera tool. So here you can see that we have this cube, but these faces are not filled, so we are going to quickly fill those. So you can select any of these layers, and let's probably duplicate this by pressing Ctrl D. Now you can select the pan anchor tool and just move this anchor point over here. After that you can press R and just add some rotation to the Y, so 90 degree. So now you can see that we have filled this side, and let's do the same thing for the other one. So let's move it to the other side, and again let's select this one. Again press Ctrl D, and then we can move this to something like this. After that press R, just set the Y rotation to -90. So now you can see that we have a perfect cube just like this. Now let's add some strokes to this so that we will be able to see the edges. So in order to do that, you can just simply select whatever layer you want, and after that search for an effect called stroke. Just simply select it and drag it onto the layer, and we are probably going to change the color. So let's pick a black color, something like this, and we can probably disable the background to see it nicely. Now to make this stroke 3D, we can enable the collapse transformation. So you can just simply click over here, and now the stroke is 3D as well. So if you want, you can increase the brush size, and it's completely up to you. You can go with whatever look you want, and I think let's set this to 2.5, or maybe 2 looks good. Yeah, so now you can select this, press Ctrl C to copy it, and just simply paste it onto other layers just like this. So now you can see that we have a perfect cube, and you can use it and just move around something like this. If you want, you can change the colors. You can apply a fill effect to this, and then just simply copy and paste it onto all the cubes. So we are pretty much done with our cube, and let's add our logo to this. So I'm going to quickly import my logo. It's completely up to you. You can use whatever logo you want, and let's just simply drag it into the comp. Now I'm going to first disable my camera, and we are probably going to scale this down. So press S, and let's just scale this down and try to align it with the front face. So you can use arrow keys, something like this. So now if I set this to 3D as well, you can see that it disappears, and if we enable the camera, then you can see that it's right now in the middle. So we can probably select this and then just simply move it to the front just like this, or we can probably disable this and then just simply move it to something like this. So you can see that now it's barely touching the outer side. So let's preview it. Yeah, I think this is looking fine. So now we have our cube, and we can probably select this and just simply scale this little bit. So now let's create another composition, and I'm going to call this main. All the things will remain same. Just click on OK. Now let's import the cube into this, and we are probably going to create a new background. So right click, solid, and just pick whatever color you want. I'm going to pick this neutral gray, just like this. Now you can place the cube on top of it, and we are going to add some animation to this. But first let's create a camera. So go to layer, new camera, just click on OK, and it will give you a warning. Just leave it. So you can select the cube, and let's make it 3D once again. And now you can enable the collapse transformation. So now you can see that we have our 3D cube, and we can select this, press C, and you can see that now our 3D cube is inside this comp. So first we are going to select this, and we are going to move its anchor point into the center of this cube. So in order to do that, you can select the cube. Let's select the pan anchor tool and make sure the snapping is enabled. So if you select this point and just simply move it, you can see that it will snap to the middle of this cube. So you can check this out by simply selecting the layer, press R, and if you now rotate it, you can see that it is rotating around its anchor point, which is exactly what we want. So now let's start our animation, and I'm going to select the camera. Let's reset it. So this is going to be a final position, and I'm going to move around somewhere 3 seconds, let's say, and select this, press R. So we already have our position. Let's add some keyframes, and again I'm going to select the cube, press P for position. Then you can select the layer again, press U to reveal all the keyframes. So in the beginning, I'm going to set this value to something like -180, or we can probably select this to -360. And also let's select this and change its position so that it moves in from here. just like this. We can probably select all the keyframes, then you can press F9 or you can right click keyframe assistant, easy ease, then go in the graph editor, and if your graph looks different then make sure you are in the edit speed graph. Then probably select the endpoints and just make the graph to look something like this. So you can see that now our graph looks something like this, and we can probably select this and just move the keyframes closer. Let's select this and I'm going to probably select the position one, and let's press F9, and now I'm going to change it to something like this. So there you go, now we have our really nice animation. Now let's add some camera animation to this as well. So I'm going to select the camera, press P for position, and in the beginning we can probably select it and move it something like this. So now you can see that we have this really nice movement in the camera as well. You can probably select this, press F9. So there you go. Now let's create a really nice shadow to this. Now I have a dedicated tutorial on how you can create some really nice shadow to your objects. So if you want to watch that, I'll put a link in the description below, or you can click right here. So in order to create this, you can probably select the layer, press Ctrl D to duplicate it. Now I'm going to press U and I'm going to remove the Y rotation, and also I'm going to remove the collapse transformation on this layer. So after this I'm going to select this one and I'm going to rotate the X property and just make it something like this. After that, select the position keyframes and then just simply move it down below, just like this. So let me just quickly play it. Yeah, I think this is looking good. So you can probably select this layer and apply an effect called fill, and we are going to set the fill color to black because our shadow is black. And after that I'm going to apply Gaussian blur to this. So just search for it and apply it. Just increase the blur amount, something like this. You can probably select this, press T for opacity, and let's just lower it down. You can probably scale this up something like this, and I think let's make it more of a like this, and we can probably increase the brightness of the shadow. Yeah, so I think this is looking much better. So this is how you can add some really nice 3D shadow to your scene. Since this is a 3D cube, so you can probably use some 3D lighting, but we are going to use this method instead. So we have all the animations, and let's add our text. So you can just simply select the text tool and just type whatever you want. And of course I'm going to type Motion Nations, and you can pick whatever font you want. After that I'm going to quickly align it somewhere around here, and then just simply select this, enable it 3D, and we can probably parent it to the cube. And if I play back, here you can see that now we have our text layer, but we only want it to appear somewhere around here. So we can press T for opacity, and let's add a keyframe, and in the beginning let's set this to 0. So now you can see that we have this really nice animation and we have our text. We can probably select this and just move it in the front, something like this. So yeah, now if I play back, here you can see that now we have this really nice text reveal at the end, and we probably want to get rid of this white background. So we can do that by simply moving inside the cube comp, and let's select all of these layers and press T for opacity. Let's add a keyframe, and let me just quickly go ahead and just somewhere around here I'm going to set the opacity to 0 for all these layers except the logo one. So now if I play back, here you can see that we have this sort of animation and we have our cube, and after that it changes to our logo. Now sometimes you might run into few problems. So the most common one is sometimes your logo will start clipping and it will show only half of the logo or probably none of the logo. And in order to fix that, all you have to do is just simply go inside the layer and then just simply press P, and you can move the logo to more front, just like this. Let's enable the camera and I'm going to quickly show you. Just move the logo a little bit to the front, something like this so that it's not behind the shape layer. So this will fix that. So this is how you can create these kind of 3D logo reveal animations. Also, I don't want my logo to be in the front, so we can probably select a point where it's not visible, somewhere around here, and let's go inside the cube layer. And now I'm going to simply trim the logo just like this. So now in the beginning we are not able to see our logo, and at the end it will appear just like that. So the project files for this tutorial are available on Patreon. So if you are supporting me over there, then you can download it from there. And if you are not, then you might consider it because it will help my channel. And also you will get access to some exclusive templates and tutorial files which are available only on Patreon. Also, if you want to learn more things like these, then make sure to subscribe and don't forget to press that bell icon. So with that being said, my name is Abhishek and I'll see you in the next one.